Oh shit. Get ready for the Cloudy and Rowdy podcast with Tommy Easter. Bang, bang, bang. You hear old Eastlinger at the end? Fuck the cowbell. That shit was hilarious.
Fucking right.
Oh, hell yeah. I love the little homemade intro. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking right.
Jim Beam has a buddy who's trying to recreate it and shit. I haven't listened to it yet.
We've
So
been
shouts out to him, and thanks for doing that.
slacking off on both ends.
I'll listen to it. Yeah, I'll just, I've fucking, I got a lot of shit going on every day, believe it or not. I mean, I live in a van, so I got to wake up and get the fuck out of there and get on Hollywood Boulevard and try to sell them tours. I try to be on the block by at least 10 in the morning to try and get an early jump on it. So it's like when I'm out there, I don't have my phone on me because there's no reason for it, really, except to tell the time. I'm not going to answer a call because if I'm talking on the phone, people could walk past me. It could be a potential group who would want a fucking tour. So I'm not answering and fucking with my phone when I'm out there. So it's like, and then as soon as I get done with that, I run right up to LA Fitness, take a motherfucking shower, and get dressed, and then I have to go right to the van, unload all my shit, and on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, y'all all know, I do the 420 Perismoke. And then on fucking, the days I don't, Tuesdays and Thursdays and shit, I stay out on the block later, you know what I'm saying? And so then I go, I shower, I come here to Marty's, and when I come in, there's people here, we getting cloudy and rowdy. I just don't have time to check, the emails and shit. But,
yeah, it's tough to keep on track of that shit sometimes.
Yeah, it's hard, man.
Yeah,
it's hard. That shit piles up, you know what I'm saying? And but it's not from it ain't like I'm like, fuck that beat, you know what I'm saying? I hadn't even heard it yet. So
yeah.
And I feel like any comedian / actor in the city probably gets spammed with at least 1,000 Central Casting, LA Casting emails every single day.
That was the worst thing I've ever done. Sign up for LA
if
Casting.
you don't stay on top of it for like 2 days, you come back and you'll have 5,000 emails.
It ruined my Yahoo email account.
Yeah.
There's over 5,000.
It doesn't
like you said,
stop.
that's the number. There's over 5,000 fucking emails in there.
Yep.
And half of them are not even paid parts.
No.
It's like it's a bunch of bullshit on there.
It's a bunch of student film fucking awful.
Yeah,
pieces
dumbass
of
shit. You'll fucking break your neck to go across town, and it's the same. They're just like the same comedians are at the same mics. There's a group of motherfuckers that are at them auditions, and they got it down, bro. And they know the people. They'll come out in the hallway and be like, "Oh, hey, buddy," and shit. Like they all know each other. It's like, man, that shit's intimidating. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that ain't my first love anyway. I didn't want to be an actor. I give a fuck about it, If it happens to happen because of my comedy, then great, But I wanted to do comedy. That's why I have the will and the drive to go out here to these mics. I don't want to do acting, so I don't give a fuck about waking up at 6 in the morning and going and standing in line or sitting in some fucking hallway with the rest of these other fucking, thirsty motherfuckers to go in there and act. I just don't like acting, I'm not a pretender. I'm a real motherfucker,
Exactly.
If someone wants to write a script where I can just be me, a type motherfucker that tells you what I feel when I feel it, I can play that role. But it's hard for me to pretend, man. I don't like that. Acting is pretending to me. It's a grown-ups pretending.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
So it's like, I know they get a lot of money. When a motherfucker come at me with the right amount of money, I'll pretend like a motherfucker.
Yep.
But unless it's for the money, I feel like I'm a fucking grown kid up there, a fucking grown idiot up there, So not to knock any actors and shit.
Right.
This is just my opinion on it because I'm a comic and I'm explaining why I don't have the drive to go to these auditions and shit like, all white Kyle right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, and I've stopped doing it too because I'm so focused on comedy. It takes away from your comedy, and it's fucking brutal, man. You get beat down. You constantly get rejected. You suck the proverbial dick. I mean, you're trying to suck ass to these casting directors, and it's like, as a comic, you're kind of cut loose from that world. You don't have to do that. So, like, comedy has allowed me to not pander to those fucking idiots anymore. I go on stage and make my own content every night. I don't need somebody to put me in a movie. I put myself on every night.
Dude, the one audition I did, I was like, to me, I was so good at the shit, I had to stop and let dude know. I was like, dude, I'm not serious. The look on his face, it was a part where I had to grab this dude by the chest, by his shirt, and pull him in and be like, and I forgot what the line was. It was like a line where I get real loud. Like,
right.
They wanted me to get real loud, but instead, I was in the moment, and I grabbed him real close, and I was like, don't make me fuck you up right now. And I said it kind of slow and like into his face, and he was like, he kind of pulled back, and his eyes got big, and I was like, dude, I'm acting. You know, like I shouldn't have to stop and tell you this, motherfucker. I feel like I didn't get that role because I kind of scared that little pussy ass snowflake. You know what I'm saying? It's like, listen, the role is for a motherfucker that grabs someone up in a club by the shirt and tells him he gonna whoop his ass.
Yeah.
You don't have to scream it, you know. And so when I yanked him up, I was like, I'll whoop your motherfucking ass in here. He was like, he kind of pulled away, and I was like, dude.
See,
so I don't know. I just don't know what they want, you know.
They should have hired you though, because that's actually how Luis Guzman got one of his roles in Carlito's Way. All these people went in for this audition, right? And the line was, "I'm gonna fucking kill you if you do that again." So he's sitting in the waiting room and he's hearing all these people, "I'm gonna fucking kill you," just screaming on the top of their lungs. He said he went in, he got an inch, just like you did, an inch from his face, and said, "If you do that again, I'm gonna fucking kill you."
Yeah.
And all the casting directors went nuts.
That's what a real angry motherfucker does.
Yep.
You don't start screaming until later. When you first get angry, motherfucker, you be like, look, motherfucker, I'm about to beat your goddamn ass. Then later, it's like, yeah, motherfucker, I whooped that ass and shit that. But the first move is like, I'll beat your motherfucking ass. It ain't no yelling shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. I just stick in my lane, bro.
I feel like your earliest roles that you're going to have on movies will be like Robber number 3. Mugger number 2.
Or it's gonna be it's gonna be fucking like redneck in a bar or something stupid. That's all. Even these dumbass comics around here, when they're like, Easter, man, I got a sketch. I'm like, let me guess.
Meth?
You want me to be a fucking cop or something? Like that's all the black comics, when they want me to do a sketch, they want me to play a cop. Imagine that.
Well,
you know?
Right.
And it's like, I'm telling them, I'm like, motherfucker, I won't play a cop unless it's for money. I fucking hate cops. I've had too many wrongful doings by them my whole life. You know, in and out of fucking prison because of probation. Cops constantly fuck with us in Georgia. Me and my friends, we couldn't ride around 3-4 deep. Cops pull you over just to see why there's a group of teenagers in a car.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? And
Same
start
here.
searching us. So I've never liked the motherfuckers. I'm not going to put on that fucking shitty uniform and pretend.
No.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
When you pay me, I'll do it.
Well, and I feel like your roles aren't necessarily going to be that, because I don't think you'll take that shit. I think it'll be, you know, when you eventually do get cast, because you'll stay at this, you're a funny dude, like you have the whole nine. You're going to get cast and shit, but it's going to be on your terms because you're a comic. Not enough people have the balls to do that, though, because it takes way more time. You know?
I will quit unless it's like if Law and Order or somebody came up and was like, "We want you to be a detective," and fuck yeah, all right, cool,
right.
But if fucking Johnny Fucko comes up and he's like, "Easter, I got a skit and I want you to play this cop," and it's like, go fuck yourself. Yeah.
I was going to say, we should probably introduce our guest.
I did, all white Kyle.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah. You should probably pay attention more, Jimmy.
Probably.
Nah.
Trying to keep this ship moving.
Oh, keep the ship moving. You don't even you don't even fucking write shit down to talk about during the week. And neither do I. I'm just fucking bang, bang, bang.
Such a hypocrite. I'm over here like,
I know. I did it on purpose. I wrote down 2 things. It's Veterans Day.
Oh, yeah?
Isn't it? Today?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Veterans
Today.
Day. All right, fuck yeah. Shout out to all the motherfucking troops, man, that are the real soldiers, you know what I'm saying? We talk about the Easter Army and shit, but them motherfuckers are the real Army, the Navy. You ever try to play a Hades, it won't be gravy. Hello? Bang, bang, bang.
Boom.
So, I know motherfuckers know it ain't no secret I don't like cops and the government, right? But I am proud to be an American. I understand that this is the greatest country in the world. I mean, we're able to, sit here at Marty's and smoke blunts and fucking do a podcast that, hopefully hundreds and thousands of people are here. And, there's some countries where they're not even allowed to do comedy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they have it bad in a lot of other fucking places, man. And so when people start talking shit about America, that shit gets under my skin sometimes. I got to walk away. I know we got a history of fucked upness. You know what I'm saying? I know that we came and we took this land and that we raped and killed and murdered to get this land. But the motherfuckers that are here now don't do that shit for the most part. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I mean, I know we got horrible leadership all across the board from past to present. But I'm talking just about this country and this land. It's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? There's parts of America, man, that if you in, the Lake Tahoe smoking a blunt on a sunset what the fuck?
Yep.
You almost couldn't ask for a more beautiful spot in your life, man.
Hell yeah. Yosemite.
Even in Georgia, even back home where I'm from on Lake Lanier. You could be on Lake Lanier on a fucking houseboat with good friends, smoking a blunt during the sunset.
Yep.
And why would you want to be anywhere else?
For real. We
know
have
what
the
I'm saying?
same thing in Pennsylvania. There's a river called the Susquehanna. I wrote a song about it. We would sit at this place called the Pinnacle, and these rocks, you just look out. Dude, this land is so fucking gorgeous. We have the most beautiful place, definitely the most beautiful country, I think, on the planet. Definitely one of them.
I don't know about that because you see pictures of like Colombia and places like that little
True.
place in Italy, that little nook where all them buildings are a different color and the ocean's like bright blue. I don't know if people Photoshop that shit or what.
No,
but
that's
that
real.
shit's tremendous looking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, like the Ivory Coast and shit. I just mean as far as like you can literally be in the desert, drive 8 hours, and you're in a boreal forest. Like it's so diverse.
Well, yeah, there's spots in this country that are cool, like Vegas. People say this about California a lot, but I want to say it about Vegas. You can do this in Vegas too. You can go on a certain time of year. You can go up to Mount Charleston and be in like 8 to 12 inches of snow, and then drive back down towards the Strip and need shorts and flip flops. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And
Burn your feet on the ground.
So
and
there's
shit.
no ocean in Vegas, but you could do that. So in Cali, you can go all the way up North Cali, snow ski and snowboard and shit. Then come back down to fucking Santa Monica and surf that day.
Yeah,
you know,
literally in one day's time, you can do all that.
Seeing those commercials when I lived in Kentucky, it was like, come visit California.
I know, me too. And they
day,
show like
I thought about that.
And
I think about that commercial every time I see them fucking bums across the street. And I'm
Really?
like, that should be one of the clips too.
Right.
Come to California where we let homeless people live in front of your $2,800 a month fucking condo. You know?
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? I heard it's even worse in San Francisco. I heard this homeless
San Francisco was
even worse.
San Francisco is ground zero for that shit.
Fuck.
It's worse because San Francisco is more expensive. So now instead of 2,800, it's 56.
Holy shit. That's a new voice to the podcast. Let me introduce him. His name is Justin Haze. He's a bad motherfucker from the Seattle area.
Thanks, man. Good to be here. Good to meet you guys.
That's
Yeah, good to meet you,
Kyle.
brother.
Kyle.
Jeremy.
Jeremy, that's my producer, Jeremy Beam. I call him Jim Beam.
Nice.
It confuses people.
And he's
you know?
from Kentucky.
And he's from Kentucky, yeah.
I am.
You know, I was in
That's
Kentucky.
fucking awesome.
There's a place called Trapp, Kentucky.
Yeah.
It's spelled Trapp, and that's pretty good for Kentucky.
Hey.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
hey.
close enough.
hey, no
It's
one can
phonetically
ever,
correct. you
no
know?
one can ever say now Kentucky ain't got no trap. Hello? Bang, bang, bang.
When you leave there, it says, we're all family here. And I bet it is.
Yeah, you all folk.
Keeping it in house.
Dang.
So how long you been doing comedy, Justin?
15 years, man.
15, man. He's a
Yeah.
straight up vet, dog. It
This-
shows when he's on stage.
This is my 15th year. So
Yeah.
December 2nd, 2002 was my first one. I have
Dope.
it on tape, too. VHS.
On
What?
tape?
If you find a way to play that, we can all watch it.
Oh,
Dude,
that's
I can
dope.
do
What
it.
was your first stage?
Tacoma Comedy Underground.
Tacoma Comedy Underground.
Yeah, just
Hell
south of Seattle. Yep.
Hell yeah, bro. And you ended up getting it on tape your first
I
time.
got it on tape.
That's
I did,
dope.
I did crowd work my first night. I didn't know you weren't supposed to.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was great though because that place had an open mic that they always put a headliner on last, so there was always an audience. You got to work out new material in front of an audience, better than most mics where it's just
That's
comics
badass.
Yeah.
ready to steal your premise.
Yeah.
We'll have to talk then, because I can do that. I can capture it digitally, and that
Right.
way you can have a digital copy if you want, bro. I'm serious. I can
Oh
do
yeah,
that.
Kyle
Right
can
on.
do a bunch of computer
Right on.
shit. Yeah.
Right on.
Fucking so you got a little history here with Marty's too, though.
Oh
right?
yeah,
You,
I shot a
you was in a movie
here.
with Marty.
Yeah, I shot a movie
Nuh-uh.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
What? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marty's got like a scene where he's in the back. Remember when the back room had a couch?
Yeah.
He's like in the back room jacking off or some shit.
And
Bang,
what's
bang, bang.
the sad part is, that probably really happened at some point or another. Like, this is his spot. He definitely jerked off on that couch. Ugh.
That's funny. Fucking
Damn.
have you ever lived in L.A.?
Yeah, I used to live in Alhambra.
I don't know what that is.
If you start running into the ATMs and they're in Korean and English, you know you're in Alhambra.
Oh, okay.
It's my insurance. My insurance went up like $100 just because of my zip code in Alhambra.
Damn,
that's sick,
dude.
bro. That's terrible.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
Man, they got all kind of fucking bullshit like that out here, man. It really is a miserable fucking state if you haven't already made it. I don't see why, unless you got the fucking gumption like me to like live in a van, And the only reason I live in my van,
I don't know if that's gumption. but we'll go with it.
Whatever, fucko. Justin likes to talk shit. For the fans that might get mad, he's gonna talk his fucking shit.
Most people call that a mental disability.
That's all he does is talk shit. So anyway, fucking the only reason I make it in the van, because like he said, you got to be mental to really fucking do it, is because I've done so much prison time and shit.
He's like, at least there's not a man raping me in the van.
Yeah.
And it's like,
no butt
there's
rape.
that fucking, everybody with their, that's the, when are we going to get rid of that? That's the lowest hanging fruit for prison shit.
I know, but
in
it's
the
still
world.
so good. It's
butt
like,
rape, ass
like
rape.
fart jokes.
Yeah, you think they're
It's
just
like fart
lined up
jokes,
with
man.
dicks and we're just playing them like a piano board. Ding, 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 the dick, the dick, dick, dick. You know, that's not happening.
It was a different song.
That's not happening.
It was
Listen,
a different song.
Everybody wants to just go home. All right, for the most part, that's all we want to do in jail. We just want to fucking go home. No one's fucking each other.
What are you
but
fucking?
yeah,
You fucking something. Fifi? Got a little Fifi action going?
Yo, a Fifi, yeah. Fifis are essential, okay? For motherfuckers who don't know what a Fifi is,
tell 'em.
listen, this is when you get a plastic glove from somebody. You usually have to, like, the people who come in, they'll have inmates come in and change the trash bags out of the dorms, right? And they'll be wearing them plastic gloves. You got to be like, yo, man, let me get that glove. Let me get that glove. Right?
That's my girlfriend, man.
You got to ask him for a glove.
My
You know what I'm saying?
girlfriend.
And then fucking if he gives you one, what you do is you take your towel and you lay the glove in it and you roll it up, right, you roll it up into a circle. You know what I'm saying? And then you stretch the glove out over it. Right. You know, around the edges, right? And then you take some baby oil and some lotion. You mix it like 50-50 almost. You know what I'm saying? You shake that shit up. That's called that fucking jack juice. You know what I'm saying? That's that jack juice. And you shake it up and you squeeze it down in that glove. And then you get on your knees and you stick the Fifi in between your mattress and your bunk. And you're on your knees and you just be fucking the shit out.
Oh my God.
He is.
That's what you call inmate ingenuity right there, dude.
That's that chain gang pussy right there.
Hey, that's that
why we
pass
don't.
down.
And
That's that
that's
pass down.
and that's why we don't fuck each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just give him the glove, man. Here.
Now
Give
this
us a
is
Fifi.
this is audio only, but Easter did just reenact his whole fuck out.
I wish everybody could have seen what we
chair,
just
yeah.
I was on my knees
was
on the
on his
stage,
knees.
fucking the chair. It was great.
I mean, I don't know that it was great. But
Fifi sounds like a prison term for like a loofah. Like
it's
Yeah,
a loofah,
yeah.
too.
Oh, it can be a
it
loofah
could be a
too.
loofah.
With the right/wrong cellmate, that motherfucker's a loofah. Bang, bang, bang.
Pour that over me.
But yeah, so you know, fuck, man. Back to that Cali, man. Fuck the audacity of the fucking level of rent out here when they know.
Someone's taking a shit in
Not
your
only
alley.
not only is someone going to take a shit
In your alley.
around your house and throw it in a garbage can, and you'll have to smell it when you walk your dog. The streets are fucking horrible.
Yeah.
The sidewalks.
Best cars in the world, worst streets.
I talk about on stage how I got mad at Joe Montana as a kid for having to retire for what they called stumping his toe. You know, in the South, you stump your toe, it bleeds, you fucking put a tape on it, you run again, right? Because we don't have earthquake-riddled fucking sidewalks, right? So I was so disappointed in Joe Montana as a kid. I come out here, I'm walking to the weed shop one day, I'm looking up at some tree I've never seen before, and I fucking slam my foot into a piece of sidewalk that was like 4 inches up off the fucking other side of the other sidewalk. And I'm dropped to the ground in fucking pain, dude. My toes felt broken. I was like, oh my God, Joe Montana. You know, like that was the first person I thought of.
You're like,
was
I get it now, motherfucker.
I
California.
forgive you, brother. I forgive you, Joe Montana.
California paid you back. That karma. That's that Cali karma.
yeah.
right
I used
there.
to talk so much shit.
Yep. Now
People
you
from
know.
not from California was like, Joe Montana's a pussy. Stubbed his toe. Little did we know, no, he didn't stub his toe. He kicked the street that was fucking in the air. There's a difference. It's
Yeah.
like kicking a bowling ball. You know?
There's no resistance.
Oh, it hurts so bad, bro. I got Charlie Horse playing basketball today. My goddamn leg is hurting so bad. I'm making it.
I
do
hate
it.
I walked
Charlie horses,
Runyon
bro.
today. My shit hurts too. I got shins.
They've changed Runyon up.
Did they? It was different before.
You didn't see that big concrete square thing where motherfuckers play handball and do shit like that? Yeah. And then they concreted the whole the dirt. Remember,
Right.
it used to be all dirt.
That's
Yeah.
the entrance now. So to
Yeah.
me, it's do you want to go up on pavement, or do you want to go up in dirt and down on pavement? You know what I mean?
That's what I do. I go
right.
up
So,
the dirt and down the pavement.
If you want to go up pavement, you go into where it says enter. If you want to go up dirt first, which I prefer to do,
Yeah.
and then come down pavement, pavement seems safer on the way down.
Yeah, I go up the dirt and down the pavement.
Right.
Because if you go up the pavement and down the dirt, that dirt is slippery, bro.
Yeah,
I've seen motherfuckers
eat it
bust
today.
they ass. I've seen people eat shit out there.
It's usually someone running and a
Yeah,
little
motherfuckers that
overconfident.
run, that dirt is it's little rocks
Yeah.
in it, and you'll
Yeah.
fucking
Build up
slide your
momentum.
mother.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, it's always slippery.
You build up a little momentum.
Yeah.
You hit that slippery.
Oh, dude,
it's
if I
over.
wasn't so athletic, I would have ate shit one day.
You
And
hit
then-
one of those railroad ties. It's
and-
like,
Yeah, I was gonna say there's railroad ties, and on the side, guess what? There's cactuses and shit.
Yeah,
You fall around
yeah.
and fall off.
cliffs.
That shrubbery out there is not playing, dude.
You fall off.
Not
You fall in
playing, dude.
California shrubbery. Your ass needs a helicopter.
Fucking right, bro.
Depending on which side you're on, you
Fucking
might
right.
land in a rich person's yard.
There
so
you
then
go.
it's like, it's your fault.
Fucking landing, and then some cougar comes
Yeah.
out, and she's like, "What can I do?" You can.
You've already done
You
it.
can give me a room in your pool house.
You've seen Down and Out in Beverly Hills.
Yeah, right.
That's what I need.
All right. Well, fuck. Were you a veteran or anything?
I am a veteran.
Oh,
in fact,
bang, bang, bang! I'm glad
in
I
fact,
asked.
Yeah, happy
I brought
Veterans
my
Day, man.
DD-214 because I had a case of stolen valor today at IHOP.
Nuh-uh,
Listen,
dude.
I went to IHOP and I paid full price because you know what? That's cool that they give veterans things, but I can afford my own food, so I'm gonna pay for my shit. This dude walks in with this hacked up ass uniform, bro. It's an army, supposedly.
Yeah, tell the audience what stolen valor is. Not
Stolen
everybody
valor
knows.
means they've never served in the military, but on Veterans Day they show up in a uniform for the free meal or whatever it is for the ego.
Pieces of shit.
Dude, this guy had my son is in the 82nd Airborne, so he comes in with 82nd Airborne, but he's got a flag above the 82nd Airborne, so already the uniform's fucked up. Then on the other arm, he has rank. He's got like 3 combat patches. In the Army, you wear one, your most recent unit you went to combat with, on your right shoulder. This guy had 3 of them lined up on the shoulder. The uniform was 8 up. He was, pretending to be a soldier or a veteran. So I'm carrying my DD-214 around so that people can see that I honorably discharged from the military.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Thanks for your service, bro.
Just
That's
so you can see
we
right
started
here,
it
right?
out with that.
What's that say?
Honorable.
Yep.
Character of service. Honorable. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, that's dope, man.
Stuff.
So I'm carrying it now just so when I call out that other bastard.
So
he
how long
says
did you
something.
serve?
Yeah.
Almost 6 years.
6 years, and
Yeah.
what?
Infantry. I was all infantry.
Infantry?
Fort Benning, Georgia. I went to your
Fort Benning,
stinky,
Georgia.
fucking rotten, red clay, hot piece of shit state with
Yep.
cow ants and ugly bugs.
Yeah, we were talking
You
about that
would
last
tear your
night.
ass.
Cow
Cow
ants,
ant.
bro. That's people don't
What's
know
that?
what them are.
No.
It's a big red and black ant. They got these big fucking pinchers, and if you try to
mandibles.
step on them in the dirt, they just
They
fucking
can eat through your shoes.
They press
hawk out?
Yeah, they press down into the dirt. You can't
can
kill them in
eat
the dirt.
through your
like you
shoes,
would
bro.
really have to
Shit.
just
It's an ant
smush
this
that
big.
motherfucker.
and that's about 2 inches. I put
They
up
can
there.
bite through most gloves. Like farms, like hardware stores around farms that have cow ants sell special gloves. You could tell them, let me get some cow ant gloves and shit. They'll sell you
Holy
these gloves
shit.
that they can't bite through and shit.
I
They're
never heard
bad
of that.
motherfuckers.
You ever
bro.
get bit by one?
Yes.
Hell no, I don't fuck
did.
with 'em.
You have to dig foxholes. You know what I mean? When you're training.
Yeah.
And we go to, it was at Fort Benning, and it's in Georgia, Columbus. No, they don't fly. They dig through the ground. But once you piss them off and dig through their little nest, building your foxhole.
come at you.
One ate through, we have like
very
a
vengeful,
shelter
huh?
half that you put down. It ate through the shelter half and then bit my ass in the night. And it fucking hurt. It almost took it. I mean, it took out like a piece of skin.
Yeah, they
It was
they
crazy.
inject venom in you and shit.
Yeah,
bro.
it was
they take you down, son.
If you're
Damn.
allergic to bees and you get bit by a cow ant, you're definitely going into anaphylactic shock. You got to have an EpiPen.
No
right
shit.
there.
Oh, yeah.
Cool it ants.
Instantly. Yeah, it's like
So
the
cow
worst.
ants, they're just in rural areas where there's a lot of cow dung and all that.
I don't know what.
I don't-
I think it's the temperature or something like that, or where they can dig through the clay. Or
Yeah, I'm not
live on the
sure
clay.
like where they're indigenous at. Is that the
Hey,
big
oh my
bird for
God.
Easter, baby?
And usually, everyone, he usually doesn't get those
Someone
right.
can read it.
Someone hit eyes in the dictionary.
So I don't know where they're from and shit. Just
From this shit,
they be yeah. They,
aka
Africa,
indigenous.
where everything's
I
from.
guess
From
they're
this
fucking.
shit.
I guess they're called cow ants because they're mainly around pastures and shit. So
okay.
probably.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's another new voice to the podcast. Before I forget, my boy Daniel Salomon.
Hey yo, Salomon.
Salomon.
What up, though?
Welcome to the podcast,
I
brother.
appreciate you for having me on here.
Hell yeah, man. No problem.
this is
you
amazing.
You run a mic at Donkey's.
I do.
It's
Every
fun.
Wednesday.
I did it one time. It was fun.
I know
bro.
you did. You just came in, you got on, and you killed that bitch.
Nice. That was the first time he's ever done
Yeah,
that.
he
you know?
he ain't have to wait or nothing, and he exploded the whole place.
That's nice. That's
Yeah.
nice.
Hell yeah. That shit was fun. How long you been doing comedy?
I've been doing comedy for the last two years. We're going on some change with that 2 years now.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Prior
Did
to
you
that,
start here in L.A.?
I started right here in L.A.
What was your first stage?
My first stage was, do you know Groundworks Coffee? That's when my good man Rob Russell had Groundworks Coffee on Sunset, right across the street from the CNN building.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about.
I think I've been there with Rab one time.
Okay, yeah, Rab used to run that place, and my first time doing, Rab used to like, I didn't know nothing about comedy, right? I just know how to just talk, and I would be in the back, and Rab he'd just be pissed off. Hey man, we can't see you back there. Come up front.
Just yelling out angry
Just
advice.
yelling out angry, just angry Chicago. I'm from Boston. That's
Yeah.
nothing.
I'm
I
sorry,
eat that.
Brian.
I eat
I'm
that.
sorry.
You sorry?
Yeah.
It's the American way. You can't.
I told you, Justin loves to talk shit. He's a shit talker. Dude, I'm telling you, him and Marty probably fucking match. He's like, Justin's perversion level.
Justin, do you smoke?
What are you
Weed?
referring to?
Weed.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so you can talk some
His perversion level, right there with Marty's, bro.
Yeah?
Telling you. He'll turn everything into a dick joke, pussy joke, something. He's got it. He's
Man,
got it. He's
I
thinking
don't
of
know.
something right now.
I
The
thought,
MacGyver
I,
dick
thought, I
jokes.
thought I was sick at jokes, man, and then I met somebody who's just really
Just-
sick
just-
in the
just
head,
more
and I was
sick
like,
than
man,
you.
I don't even want to try, man. This
Yeah.
guy's just straight.
Man, that's
gross.
gotta motivate you to just be even more
No,
sick.
I think I'd rather write smart shit. and
Smart
work.
shit?
Are you
Oh.
talking about Jason?
No.
He's talking about-
You know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Jason Rouse or something like that?
Yeah.
He's awesome, bro. That motherfucker goes hard in the
That's
paint,
funny.
son.
Nah.
He got he'll wear platinum teeth and shit sometimes. He looks like a fucking gangster up there, bro. He looks like a fucking biker gangster. He looks like a motherfucker that rode his Harley to a show, got off, and then he comes in there and he's like, don't you hate when you put your fist down in some pussy and it's like, and he makes all these like sound effects. That's crazy, dog.
Oh,
He goes hard, bro.
Oh,
So
fuck.
nice too. He was like the first comic at the store to actually like, hey, you want to go smoke around back?
Yeah, he is.
And
the
I was like,
coolest
nobody
motherfucker.
knew it.
Smoking
Yeah.
back at the store.
You know,
Yeah,
when you first
fucking
land
right.
here, yeah. And he
Yeah.
was the first one to take me around back. And
Yeah.
I was like, look at this dude.
Dude.
He's cool as fuck.
You look at me, it's like, oh, cool.
Yeah, he is. He's like that. He's a real cool dude.
Man, I never knew you could smoke outside at that little corner in the store. First time I ever saw people smoking there, I didn't even want to take a puff. It's a symbolic place to me, and it's a special place to grow. But then when you get familiar, you're like, man, smoke your blunt. It's nothing, man. It's nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're already over it.
You're already over it. Yeah.
Oh, that's how I got introduced to that place, though.
Oh,
Because
just-
when I first came to town, I know Diaz Mackey really well, and Mackey took me there on when they've heard this story before, so I'll do it real quick.
Schindler's
It
going
was-
to drop
it
a
was-
list here.
It was when
with all
no,
these names.
no, it was when Mackey. They know Mackey. He's been on a lot of my Periscope episodes, podcasts
Ayo.
and shit. He's part of my life. So
Who
fucking.
was that again?
Diaz Mackey.
I knew he would say it again.
You motherfucker. Fucking Justin, man. He's always busting my balls, man.
Man,
Sorry, Oscar
he
Schindler.
got you name
you
dropping.
making a
He got
list.
you
You
name
got a
dropping.
list there, Schindler.
So anyway, fucking my first time to the store was like actually going there with somebody like that because of course I went there by myself the first time and just kind of lingered around like a weirdo, you
Yeah.
know. And
You had a backpack?
I'm a comic.
yeah,
I'm a
and
comic.
I really didn't talk to anybody. Well, actually, I know a lot of headliners from being in Vegas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I met
Yeah,
Justin.
absolutely.
And so I seen like Dave DeLuca that night. I seen a couple of guys that I knew from Slammy shows.
Right.
And so I did get a little love. But when Mackey brought me back, it was on a Tuesday. It was when they had Black Night.
On a Tuesday.
That was all he called. That's what he
Going
called it.
up
Yeah,
on
that's
a
what he called it when he
Tuesday.
told me we're going to the store. It's Black Night. I was like, cool.
That's
and it
where
used
I-
to be
that's
on the
where I like
Tuesday. Yeah, and
I do
dude,
urban.
it was so dope. They had the main stage.
Okay.
And you could go in the fucking main back green room where fucking Richard Pryor's fucking glass piano coffee table is. I rode like fucking 8 blunts on that thing that night.
Ah.
We smoked so much weed back there that night. The host came in and was like, "Hey, y'all open the side door. Calm down with the fucking weed. The crowd's
The
complaining."
audience is high.
Yeah, the
and
audience.
You're like, you're welcome.
Yeah, the audience was like, "We can smell weed and
Show's
shit."
gonna
that
be
called
great.
Fat Tuesday?
It was great. I don't know.
Tuesday?
I don't know.
I think
thought-
it was.
Mackie just called it Black Night.
I thought
and
he
then-
said Black Tuesday.
So we went.
I know they got
We
chocolate
went
Sunday.
Black Night.
we went.
At the Laugh
I think
Factory.
I got to do. I think I went to 3 of those, and then the third one, that was when that dude got roasted in front of the store.
Yeah,
at
and
night.
they stopped it.
Yeah, that shooter. He was 7
Yeah,
for
that was
7.
Fat
yeah.
Tuesday.
7 for 7, better than MJ. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yo, I don't know that story. I don't know. I don't know the full
Some
end
dude
of that
tapped
story.
a dude in front of the store, man.
We were like, I was up at roast battle.
Yeah.
And then when it ended,
Hold on now. Let them know what we're talking about now.
so at the store.
at the Comedy Store, a guy got murdered in front of the front entrance.
Right,
basically,
got shot right in
the
front
front
of
patio.
it, yep.
All right, let us
So
know
it
what
was on a
happened.
Tuesday, and it was Black Night / roast battle night, and so I was up there watching the end of the roast battle. Brian Moses got on stage and he goes, "This isn't a joke, everybody. A dude just got shot and murdered out front. So please, everybody, just stay up here, stay calm. The cops are getting everything wrapped up. We're not allowed to leave right now, you know?"
Shit.
So when he said that, bro, I was like, in the front. So I know the OR room has these big windows. Glass, exactly.
Glass.
So I ran downstairs and went in the OR. There was nobody in there. I went right up to the glass, and when I walked up, they were taking the tube out of dude's mouth and putting him on the thing. Then at that point, like 2 or 3 more people came around me, and we were all looking, and some dude yelled and was like, "Get the hell out of here," right? So we're leaving the OR, and I'm like, fuck, I don't want to be here. They're going to fucking trap us in this motherfucker. And I seen Tiffany Haddish. I didn't even know really who she was at the
Ooh,
time.
Tiffany.
Exactly.
Schindler's adding to the list.
No, I just knew that.
Schindler's adding to the list here.
Shut the fuck up.
Tiffany.
You got to say her name.
Dude, you're about
You
to
gotta
kill me
say-
with all these names
I
you're
like me
dropping
some
over here.
Tiffany.
Anyway, it ain't like I know her personally or something. I just seen her. I didn't even know it was her. I just knew
I
it
grabbed
was,
onto Crystalia's hair,
I just-
and we just rode out of there.
I didn't even know it was her. I just knew it was a beautiful black chick who was bitching about being there. And I was like, somebody's going to get her out of here. You know what I'm saying? And so I followed her and these 3 other people, and they went through the main room, like down this dark-ass hallway, and she was like, "I can't see." I pulled my phone out, put my light on and shit for them, and they took us down like this little side entrance, and we came out
The side.
down the street. I never even knew about.
That used to be the entrance to the main room.
Damn.
So when we came
Yeah,
out, so when we came out
Yo,
of that
I don't
side,
know about this.
When
There's
we-
a dungeon at the store?
when we
No,
came out of the
it used to be an entrance to the main room.
when we came out of the side entrance, the cops were putting fucking cones across the thing already. So and I was parked up on the hill. So I ran up the hill and got in my van, and I came down, and he was putting the fucking cones across the bottom of that street. And I rolled my window down and said, Sir, can I just go? If I take a right, can I just go?" And he was like, "Get out of here." And he let me go. Dude, I was
you're
so
lucky.
lucky, bro. Because I seen on Facebook the next day people bitching, "Was stuck at the store till 4 a.m, da-da-da-da-da," all this shit, bro. I got the fuck out
There
of
could
there.
be worse places to be stuck, though.
Yeah, I know, but hell,
All right.
I got the fuck out of
Yeah,
there.
man. Shout outs to the store.
And then that's
Shout
why,
outs to the store.
But-
yeah, there was a couple shout outs at the store.
but that's why they ended Black Night on a Tuesday.
That's why?
Yeah,
Oh, man. On that day, too.
they won't admit it, but that's exactly why.
That's exactly what
Think about
happened, huh?
it,
Damn,
yeah.
bro.
Oh, man. Salty cakes.
Yeah.
I mean, in fairness.
All right. So anyway, listen, we comedians, and we got to talk about it. You know, it's in the news. The fucking sexual harassment bullshit. You know,
Fucking
everybody's on
man.
CK's nuts. And
Yep.
I mean, I don't know. I should have read about the shit before I started talking about it. I've just heard, from what I heard, he asked women.
Yes.
That's the key fucking word in this, right? He asked them.
I don't think he asked everybody, though.
Can I
That's the thing is,
masturbate?
he asked a couple, but
Okay.
he didn't ask every one of them.
That's what I was, dude. I already assumed that too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
yeah.
gonna. That's what I was gonna
I
get
mean,
to.
you're throwing that out there, but you were in a position
If you
of
read his-
power over somebody. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
Well,
It's like,
did you
oh.
read his statement?
Yeah.
Did you see his statement? Yeah.
He owned it. That's the best news. Like
He's the only
He's
guy
the
to come
only
out and
one
be
yet
like,
to be like,
yeah.
"Yep, I did it. It's true."
Well, he's very good with words. And I knew he would word his way out of this.
He ain't out of this.
Oh,
bro.
no.
Well, he ain't out of it because Netflix.
Bro, he got
grant
dropped
him.
by everybody, man. He listen,
Everybody?
Here's the problem with that. Every time these allegations happen, and they're into so many things like CK is, these are all places that have production companies and they have families and like people who shoot these shows that are now just dropped from all these places. So all of those people are fired now because of his actions.
So what about his show?
It's not
that,
just these women that are. It's terrible that he did that.
What about his show that he supposedly, edits, directs, and everything on his own laptop type show?
That was
know?
Louis. That was early on.
So is he going to be able to keep that because
No.
he can't show it on FX, right? If they don't want to deal with
What he said
him.
in his statement was that he said, I need to disappear for a little while, ostensibly. Like, I'm paraphrasing, but at the end of it, he was like, I'm gonna take a
Take
while
my
off.
time to
He said,
to
I've been
listen.
Talking. Yeah, he said, I've been talking for a while. I'm going to take some time to really listen.
I mean, he
Perfect.
owned it.
Yeah,
But, you know,
that.
He's just done.
I mean, I'm not advocating what the man did. I'm saying that he handled it well. Is all I'm saying. I
Exactly.
think.
I could concur to that. Yeah, he definitely handled that.
Yeah.
I think
Gentleman
there's
like.
predatory behavior in a position of power a lot of times, and it's come to be expected.
I don't see. You
Man
know what's-
or woman.
You know
You know
what's
what I mean?
like getting to me is all the shock. It's like, why is everybody so shocked? I'm from Georgia, bro, and I've known my whole life that people out here suck dick and do weird shit to make it to the top.
Yeah.
It's a known thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. So it's not surprising.
and you still came out here.
It's not surprising. No, that only actors do that.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing. That's what everybody's
Damn
saying.
it.
They're all like, "Oh,
I'm
we
not
You
trying to be
did
an
that,
actor.
and then you did that for nothing.
Do you think he had like a stock line he just used over the years on female comics that came in, and he was just like, "Hey, you want to care if I pull my dick out and jerk whatever he might
I
have
think
said."
Weinstein.
A
probably
rehearsed
did.
line.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
Louis.
like
Of
course he
he
did.
threw it
He
to
got
all
bored
female
with it after a
comics.
while. It
Well,
was like an
because
old
it's
joke.
like if it works, it works. I get laid. If it doesn't, we laugh it off because it's a joke. And then that's where we are today. Because I don't know. I'm not defending him, but
He's just thinking of his own angle.
right.
He's like, how do I?
Justin the Twister here.
Well, yeah, I
Fucking
mean,
titty twister.
I kind of think the
Fucking
bottom
Haze and
line
shit.
is a lot of these dudes are ugly. So they get into a position where they're working with the most beautiful women in the world, and it's their only way to manipulate.
Manipulate.
They
That's a
got to
tough one.
manipulate the situation so they can get this ass that they're seeing all the time. It's like if you had a cheesesteak in front of you all day long and you were starving, but you couldn't eat. You're going to figure out a way
But
to get that cheesesteak.
I would
you
like
know?
to see a list of some of the women because most female comics ain't the prettiest women in the world.
Oh, it
mean,
wasn't just comics.
you
though.
remember
There was,
Paula
like, actors on
Poundstone?
the show and
Oh, okay.
shit.
You
Yeah.
guys remember Paula Poundstone?
I
She
don't
was
know
a
girls
sexual
like that.
predator too, like somebody in her care or something like that. I forget what the story was, but
Oh,
that
that's-
shit
yeah, it's
fell out
across
a
the
long
board.
time ago, and she disappeared from comedy because of it. So it's not just men who do it; it's like people in power.
Well,
Oh,
it's
definitely.
just a start. Yeah, it's just a
can
start.
definitely-
And,
word
and
it
I'm
that
not a
way.
rape
That power
apologist
trip.
by any means of this. You know what I mean?
No, not
if
at
you're
all.
creepy, you're creepy. I don't. You know what I mean? I don't approve it either. But I'm just saying, people in positions of power tend to fuck with people.
I think it's
who don't
creepy
have
to
shit.
have
Yep.
a black leather sofa in your office.
Nah, that's
Yeah,
casting
like-
couch. That's another thing.
Yeah, well,
Being from Georgia,
Somebody been on.
Yeah, that's
Pornhub.
creepy.
we've heard
dude.
about the
Yeah,
casting
like-
couch our whole life. I've never even been to Hollywood. That's what I'm saying. So it's like all these people that are like, "Oh my God, what's going on?" You knew what the fuck was going on, motherfucker. Yeah, or did you? If you ain't know what was going on, well then you ain't as far as you thought you was.
Right.
Hello.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem. That's what everybody's saying. They're like, well, yeah, we all knew. We all fucking knew.
They all knew.
So it's like you have to wonder why it just came out now. Like why all of a sudden?
Who was it? Like Elijah Wood. Mitch
why I
mentioned
asked
this the
those
other
questions.
night. He was like, he said that there's an interview with Elijah Wood where some woman asked him about sexual shit in the industry, and he goes, "Oh yes, there are sexual predators in this industry, and
Yeah.
you need to be very careful who you let your children work with and shit." And the chick was like, "Whoa!"
I
Like,
saw
they
that.
She didn't expect
Yeah,
that
I saw
answer.
that.
Yeah, it
But
was
he
because,
gave it to him direct,
Oh.
son, and that was years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. It was when
Motherfuckers
Corey.
just
He's lucky he still has
when
movies.
Corey Feldman came out, and
So
that's
there
what
you
she
go.
asked him, and she was like, "Elijah, what do you think about these crazy claims from Corey that there's, child sex
they're
problem?"
not.
And he went, oh, "There fucking is." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like exactly what you said. And it's like it's just been ignored.
Yeah, and
He's
see,
like,
back
I no
then,
longer
Ignored.
fart and make noise.
they were
There
turning their
is.
cheek back then. Something's
yeah,
going on
crazy.
right now where they're just they're
love it.
letting everybody get called out because they used to protect each other like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
somebody's mad at somebody where there ain't no more protection.
Now we'll finally get people in Hollywood that have talent instead of just beautiful.
That's what I was saying last night. Yeah, bang, bang, bang. Now it's time for the real talent to come through.
Cool. Hollywood's gonna be so much better.
Listen, for all you casting motherfuckers, you don't have to spray paint my abs. They are fucking perfectly there, all 6 to 8 of them. If you if you pay me and I can eat well enough, the 8 will come. So just know that, motherfuckers. You ain't got to spray paint no abs on Easter when you want to cast me for a Spartan role or some shit.
That 27th chromosome is showing right now.
That's right. Whatever that means.
We out here balling.
I'm a mutant.
Everyone's different.
Dude, I watched the new Wonder Woman movie. Did I talk about that last time? No? Good, because it's a fucking good movie.
Is it?
Dude,
great.
Let's get Easter's,
it couldn't have been a good movie, but I was so in love with the woman who plays Wonder Woman. She couldn't have been just shitting the whole movie, and I'd been like, "This is the best shit movie I've ever seen in my life."
Would you
know
still
what I'm
have pulled yourself to
God,
it?
she
if
was
she
so
shitting?
beautiful, bro. She was awesome, but it was a pretty good movie. I liked
Could
it.
you pull yourself to
Yeah,
her
I
if
thought
she
it
was
was well
shitting?
written.
I like the way that I like the way that she kind of like discovered her powers in that movie. Because when I was a kid, I used to daydream about that. You know, like I would run and like jump and think I was gonna fly one day.
Oh,
you
I
know,
think we
shit
all
like
did that, yeah.
yeah. And I would like try and lift shit out of nowhere. I'd be like, I wonder if I can just lift this car today.
You know
Nope,
what I would always do?
it.
I'd always do it after. I'd always try and fly after I watch Hook. Because remember in the scene, he has to just think of his happy place and it works.
Yeah.
I always would. I'd go out in my backyard like, I think I can do it. I think I can fucking do it. Every time I watch that movie.
Good thing you didn't pick the roof.
No, dude, I would jump off my shed and shit.
Do you guys ever, like, when you go to reach for something like a remote control, ever try to, like,
Yeah,
use
fuck
them
yeah, I
for
try it all the
every
time.
single time?
Maybe this will be
I
the
know,
day.
I tell myself, maybe this is going to be the day I connect the dots in my brain wave.
Right.
It makes it just...
What
Like
would you do
Phenomenon
if it
with John
happened?
Travolta.
I know, that's what I say.
If it happened, dude, you would fucking...
You would sound crazy
Right.
to everybody.
Yep.
No,
If you didn't have it on video, even if you had it on video, they'd be like, "How'd you do that?
Right.
Yeah.
where's the trick? Where's
your
the string?
String, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hello.
there's a
Right.
magnet under the table. Or
I was
something.
doing card tricks to them last night on the smoke pad. They didn't know. It's like you got to put the pieces together. People have been to prison. Of course, I know a couple card
Yeah.
tricks. Hello? Bang, bang, bang. When you're low on ramen noodles, hey, you got to do something.
Ramen
Hello.
noodles.
So fucking. I was showing. Look, this one card trick. I like explained the beginning of it, and then I did it. And it's where I draw 3 cards. I was like, I'll tell you the 3 cards I draw, right? And I told Jay Green how I do it. I was like, you look at this bottom card, you flick it first, and you call it out first, right? And then I just did the trick. But then he was like, okay, well, you told me about that one. How the hell did you know about them other 2 cards? He was so amazed. It was so funny. Yeah. And then I have this other trick where I lay cards out on a table, and I'll get someone in a room, and I'll show them. I'll be like, listen, whatever card someone picks, put your thumb on the deck where the card was. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
And fucking I'll leave the room, right? And they'll be like, man, Easter can pick your card, bro. It's crazy. And they were like, fucking pick a card. And so someone would pick, and I'd come in, and all white Kyle, he would like have his thumb on the deck, right? And I was doing this thing, though. I'd never done this before, but it was working last night. I was like, let me see your eyes. That one. And they were like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was killing them.
What made it better, though, was that I knew the trick. You set it up, and you were about to explain it to Jay Green. I'm like, I know that trick. You're like, all right, let's do it.
Good.
then.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah,
I handed
and
him
so
the deck.
Jay
Oh, so you
Green-
didn't even tell each
Jay
other you
Green
know it?
just thought it was something
You
was
can do it with a
doing.
drink,
He had
too.
no
If
idea
you
I
have
was
a
part of
drink
it.
that's sitting in a section, you can put the drink right where it is. You can just be like, I don't know.
Yeah, but it's
And
easy
then
because
it's
you
like,
just
yeah,
hold the
that
deck.
one.
Yeah,
There it
yeah,
is. Boom.
exactly.
Yep.
That one, yeah.
That's what I was telling last night. If we were like trying to make money, you could just scratch yourself,
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, anywhere that it was.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
And
That's
then
a good idea.
you would know where it is every
Yep.
time.
But they catch on to that one quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
What are you, a tweaker?
Yeah, right.
You know, why you scratching
Why you
so
always
much,
scratching?
crackhead?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're just holding a deck of cards, they're not looking at your thumb
Opioid
placement,
having ass up out of here.
Yeah, you know what? That was why I was doing the eye thing, because I didn't want them to see me look at your thumb.
Right, exactly.
So I'd come in, I'd be like, let me see your
Right.
eyes.
All right.
And then I'd glance at Kyle on my way to and I'd be like, that one.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
That's right on time. That's who you go gamble with.
Yeah,
You're like,
hell yeah.
All right, bye.
What's up, Big Liam?
Not much time.
Hell yeah, bro.
How you
Welcome
doing?
on.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Yeah. You got to go to the Magic Castle.
Yeah, right.
The Magic Castle is pretty fucking sweet in terms of like close-up magic. Like They got
They're
some,
better than.
they got some stuff that like really.
Of course.
No, like it really like bends your mind because you don't know because everyone has to dress up. Women are in gowns, men are in suits. So that's kind of like I think that's how they.
Yeah,
because you don't know who the assistant is.
It's invite only, right?
Yeah.
Magic Castle.
Yeah, but you don't know who their assistant is. So like I saw this guy plant a quarter in a girl's purse that was like outside of the circle.
Nice.
And like you're watching him the whole time and he just fucking it was if you like up close magic, it was glorious.
Oh, there's definitely
Yeah.
good magic tricks.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Good magicians.
yeah, good magicians out there.
Shout out to Penn and Teller's Fool Us.
Dude, when I was in Vegas and first started comedy, I knew this kid who he was splitting rent and still paying $1,500 a month. And you know them double fucking
were nice
them double
houses, though,
glass
huh?
things down there on the strip.
Yeah.
I can't remember what they're called. Fucking I used to know what they were called. It's these two glass buildings, and if you live there, it comes with limo service that will take you in a 10-mile radius around that fucking condominium.
Oh,
place.
that's
like
cool.
it'll take you anywhere on the strip to any casino on the strip, anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So,
Limousines.
fuck yeah, and
Right.
it's that building that has these two big.
Fuck yeah,
It's that building that has them two pillars. The building that has them two pillars in the middle and them purple lights shining on it, and they're
That's
glass.
like right in the middle of the strip.
Right in the middle of the strip, exactly. Yeah.
wow.
Oh,
Dude,
Aria?
Dude, he had a fucking. Nah, it's not. It was before Aria and all that stuff.
Okay,
It's the
okay.
old one. But dude, it was such a great spot, and he had one of them fucking. He was on like the 33rd floor or
Wow,
some
you had a
shit.
view of the whole.
So we were up there, and I used to look at Penn and Teller on that fucking.
billboard.
they're
or
on,
the building.
On the Rio.
What the the
Rio
Rio with all
Casino.
the different colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're on the side of it. And I used to tell that dude, I was like, dude, one day I'm gonna fucking replace their thing, and it's gonna be like Tommy Easter in there fucking doing comedy. You know, I was like, I daydreamed about replacing that banner with me.
You know that probably ain't gonna happen though, right?
Yeah, I know.
All right.
It's called the Penn and Teller Theater.
I mean, you are comfortable
saying.
with that not happening.
Listen, I'm just letting you know. I've always been a dreamer. Hello.
Are we all? Are we all? Fun times.
Hell yeah. Yep. I don't know. Fuck. I don't have really.
You don't have anything to say?
Nah, that's how I do it. I
Oh,
wing it.
wow.
I'm a wingman.
I thought you were telling us you didn't have any more.
No, I
was like,
did. No,
what?
I had two things written down: Veterans
Okay.
Day and Louis C.K.
Going on to Louis C.K., I want to ask you guys this. So did you guys see about that Rebel Wilson? She just came out, like, I think yesterday. She
Was
said
sh-
she was sexually harassed, too, and she didn't name drop on anyone. But her story said, like, she was on set getting filmed, and some guy, she was, like, in a trailer with a bunch of guys, and they were trying to get her to stick her finger up one of the guys' butt. And it was all, like, joking and gaming. I'm assuming, like, it was just a bunch of guys like, hey, Rebel, why don't you stick your finger up so-and-so's butt? Ha, that'd be funny. Yeah, do it. And then, like, she's turning it into this big sexual
Maybe we should just
allegation.
be guys around guys. then.
Right? That's
You
what,
know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like when a woman's around, let's not
Well,
talk about butt fingers
It's
or
also
nothing
becoming
else, you know?
currency. Like George Takei just got outed in 1980.
I mean-
and like I love the way he like the way he worded it. He's like, I'm so flabbergasted. That incident never happened in my wildest dreams.
You remember
And
when
I was
people
like,
wanted to be famous? Now you don't. You're like, damn. What
Yeah.
the fuck
Well,
did
it's
come back on me.
I know, dude.
because it's becoming something
What
like
the hell
Jeremy
did I
Piven's
do?
dealing with it. Like, and the thing is, like, Jeremy Piven is going to be a hard one because he has the stories of when he was on Entourage, just getting blown by allegedly by extras left, right, and center. But that kind of goes back to the hey, do you want to extra? Do you want to go back to my like it's going to be an hour or two?
Yeah,
before
when
the
do-
next
She's
setup.
like, sure. Are you gonna call
When
me
do
extra
people-
the whole time?
Well, yeah.
It's weird for
Well,
me.
yeah, you got to, you know.
I have a real name.
Hollywood's a
When's
caste
somebody
system.
gonna look at these bitches and be like, well, you
Easy with
said
the name.
yeah.
Yeah, you
Like-
agreed to it. Like the whole idea is that these guys have power, and so therefore they're taking advantage of them. The reason the girls want to have sex with them is because they're attracted to power.
Right.
So it's like at some point, some of
Double-edged
this shit.
sword. Yeah.
There's
How
some
much of it
blurry
is just an
lines.
offer versus real?
That being
Well, it's like-
said,
it's-
some of these guys are complete
Or
pieces
or
of
how
shit.
much is it that
True.
just they did the shit thinking they were gonna get up a level. And
they
then when
didn't.
they didn't get up the level, now they salty. That don't count, bitch. That's not That's not cool.
No,
yeah,
it's okay,
bullshit.
bitch.
You can't fuck a dude's career up over that bullshit. He didn't force you to suck his dick. All right, you did it thinking that you was gonna get somewhere, and when you didn't get nowhere. Now you mad about it?
Right.
You need to just take them throat babies and kick rocks. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Fuck
like the
that
Louis
shit.
C.K. It's
Eat
like,
those sons and
I mean,
daughters and shut
It
the
was the
fuck
most
up.
innocent of
fuck.
sexual. Well, the thing is, like now they're changing the words. So Louis C.K. it wasn't sexual harassment. It wasn't sexual assault. It was sexual misconduct.
Yeah, because he masturbated
mean-
No,
in
so
front
now
of
they're
them.
just changing all of the words. So it's like
Listen,
of
'Cause
all.
they
I
can-
mean, the problem is his is going to wind up being funny. 10 years from now.
This is
because
why-
Louis C.K. is going to be able to joke about that.
dude,
I started
this
this
the hill you
podcast
want to
off-
die on, bro?
No, not me.
Okay.
No, I'm talking about him. You thinking he's not going to be able to make that funny?
Who, Louis C.K.?
Louis C.K. talking about how he thinks his child is a piece of shit. You don't think he's going to be able to make this funny that he like?
I think
especially
Louis,
if-
I think
especially
Louis
if he
C.K.
goes-
can make anything
especially if
funny.
he-
Is he going to get an offer to fucking produce that?
He
for
talked
you?
about,
You know what I mean?
he talks about masturbation a lot. Listen, I started
Yeah.
this podcast off with talking about how shitty the government is. And
Oh,
you
okay.
just mentioned about how they'll just change the charge to sexual misconduct. And then they can get as technical as they want because they're government fucking pieces of shit.
Yeah.
They can be like this. They can say, oh, well, it happened in a public building, and that's a charge and shit. They can fucking pile shit on if
Oh,
they
yeah.
want. They're assholes like that, you know? That's like in Georgia. You get caught with a marijuana roach, not only is it a DUI, not only is it possession of marijuana for that little fucking roach, they'll give you a DUI because they'll say, well, we don't know that you wasn't smoking it while you were driving.
Yeah.
They're such fucking pieces of shit.
Yeah.
East,
yeah,
Easter
the
will
government-
teach you a
government
lot
out
about the
points.
Yeah, the
judicial
government's
system.
known to do
He's
that.
seen a lot of it.
Roaches you get to intent to distribute. Were you guys selling that roach?
Yeah.
It almost
no,
goes
the
that
gov-
far.
yeah, the gov-
Yeah,
the
it almost
government-
goes that far. If you had that roach in a goddamn dime bag sealed up, he would say you tried to sell it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
would be like, is it valuable? 'Cause, like,
government
if you
don't
know
fuck
someone who
around.
buys roaches, 'cause I will.
Let me know. When I get out, I'll hook him up.
Sell that motherfucker all day long.
I don't know. I mean, this is just it's gonna keep happening with men and women now are gonna come out and say, you did this to me, you did this to me, you did
course.
this to me, you did this to me.
Just don't
And the
make
thing is,
people
it's-
your hero
but-
based on their character
I mean,
on a
but
movie.
we're reaching a point where basically society's looking for an HR department where someone we can go, hey, I don't like the way that they looked at me, or like the whole cat call thing. I resist the cat call because I know I don't do cat calls myself because it
But
doesn't.
you want the chance.
No, it doesn't work for me. I'm 6'6", 300 pounds. That's a weird thing to be like, hey, baby, what's going on down there?
Especially if you do it in that
Yeah,
voice.
I don't do
And you don't
that.
say what's
I would
going
stick
on
with
down
your
there.
normal
That's
voice.
not a good thing.
No, that's again not a cat caller. But I have.
He
I
said again, not a cat
yeah.
caller.
But I have
'cause
I
that's
have
a
a
bad
buddy
one.
who found his wife, and they're married with kids now. And they were at a bar. He was fucking drunk, and he was just like, "Hey, ladies, who wants a piece of this?" And that attracted his fucking wife to him because
just
he
latched
was
on the
just a
one that did.
ridiculous guy who she's like, "Oh, he's kind of funny." So if you take away the whole idea of being a cat caller. Yeah, that's
Well,
really
that's
all.
how-
If you can make a girl laugh, I got you, bitch.
That's how Louis going to make it funny. He's going to talk about the audacity in him. Like, what if one of them women, what if I'd ended up marrying one of them women and later on somebody asked us how we met? Oh, well, you know,
Yeah.
after a show, he was jacking off
She
in front
saw
of
the
me.
size of my cock.
Yeah,
and it was
and
over with, bro.
And I thought, I can't live without that cock. You know?
Well,
So,
I mean,
my bad, Louis. I just wrote that joke
Well,
for
to-
you.
to
If you
mix
want it
topics.
for a small amount, I'll hook
Because
you up.
now the internet's starting to bubble up with Bill Clinton rape
I
allegations.
mean,
from
everybody
the
knew
80s.
those ones.
But the thing
They're
is,
already
like
been
that
there.
shit's gonna come up too. So it's like we're getting.
Those have been
and I-
settled.
Yeah,
Those are done.
Billy Blowjob, that's old, dude.
It's hot, but right now,
People-
no. But one of the reasons you were asking, like earlier when I was just watching,
Right.
you were asking like, why is this coming up? It's because of Trump. Trump has allegations against him. He's settled cases out of court, and it's because we know we have a guy who said grab him by the pussy, and he's in power now. So now everyone's like, okay,
Empowered.
this cannot. Like, we can't allow this to be normal at all anymore. So that's what, I mean, particularly in Hollywood. And it's easy when you throw out, like, Kevin Spacey fucks a 14-year-old. Yeah, fucking get him.
Right.
Everyone jumps on that. It's also
Kid, you
how
can't be a
the-
pedophile.
But they can take it too far.
But it can't be
and
like
they're
a
about
Ryan
to. It seems
Gosling
like they're
type guy.
It seems like they're about to take it too far. You know, like
they-
with all the
obviously.
false accusations and all this shit, and then
I
it's going to
mean-
make it harder for the motherfuckers who got real cases. That's what they don't
I'm
understand.
saying it's going to get flooded by the fake ones.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, dude, just use your common sense. America lacks common sense so bad. That's what I tell these motherfuckers out here all the time. You know, you could be as book smart as you want, bitch, but street smarts will get you way further.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Do you think there's any chance of that being reversed at this point, though? Like, the
What?
cat's out of the bag. I don't know. Do you think there's any way we can turn it around? And with
Like
all
I
these
said, they
snowflakes being
used
crazy and
to
shit?
protect each other.
Yeah.
For some reason, the snowflakes are turning on each other. So whoever used to
Yeah, they're eating
protect,
each other alive.
whoever
Oh,
used to
if
have
they're
each
eating
other's
their young.
Yeah, whoever used to have each other's back, they're gonna have to make up.
It's dog eat
Because
dog world.
they're mad at each other and they ain't no protection.
Yeah.
And they're all calling each other out. Bang,
They're
bang,
eating.
bang.
They're eating their young right now, and this is like. I mean, if you're a Trump supporter, you're loving this because this is how Trump wins
Burn it
another
down.
election. Is because the left will just fight with themselves, and then everyone was just gonna be like, "Well, Trump's done. You know, he has done this. He has done that.
Wins again."
He got past the Russia." Scandal. It's like,
Right.
yeah, okay, fuck it. You know, I can deal with this guy rather than dealing with, because you don't want to empower. Because that was one of the criticism about Obama is Obama came in, even though he's pretty fucking center of the line, if not leaning a little right with all of his politics, but he just kind of let everybody fucking boil up into all of a sudden everything's a microaggression, all of this shit. And maybe it wasn't him, maybe it just happened on his time.
Well, he definitely could have put the brakes on some of it. He's given a lot of people a lot of fucking leeway. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Everybody, like what they call, like Justin said, I have to fucking break down everything in a judicial form, right? So, like a probation officer will do to you. He'll tell you, I'm gonna give you. He was like, I'll give you enough rope till you hang yourself. Which means you'll be in there on like a drug charge, right? And you know you're supposed to be getting drug tested every month.
You'll pop
He'll go
one.
like 2, 3. If a little sneaky motherfucker probation officer will go like 2, 3, 4 months in a row without drug testing you, and you'll
And
get
then
brave,
pop you.
and you'll be like, man, he ain't been testing me lately, bro. I'm just gonna smoke at this party. And next thing you know, you wake up and you hit the roach, and next thing you know, it's like, man, I got 2 weeks. I can get clean in 2 weeks, and then fucking
Next thing you know, that piss test there.
Next
the
thing
day
you know,
after a joint.
bang, bang, bang. That piss test is the next day, and you were smoking last night.
Yeah,
son.
I did the same shit.
I
always passed, though.
We had
You
like
got
when
like
I played
that
college
super-
football, we had drug tests.
No, it's just,
Processor.
But the way the drug
yeah,
tests
no,
were
it's just a
the
flush system. Sorry.
What are you doing? 2 people talking at once.
But like the drug tests in college, it was like the day before the athletic trainer would come up to him and be like, "Hey, you're gonna get randomly tested tomorrow. Go," because you know a lot of guys smoke weed in football teams, so it was like, "Go get your
Fake piss.
water or fake pit." Like I knew a guy who used to get oil changes. He wound up going to the league. I won't say his name, but yeah, he used to get like in the movie The Program would get clean piss put into him because you know eventually it got so stringent you had to like. I got to show you my dick and show you I'm pissing into this thing.
Yeah.
So he would get oil changes. And
Damn.
yeah, he was serious.
That sounds painful.
Yeah, he's
Does.
probably not gonna live too many more years.
Could you imagine
so.
getting piss injected to you?
No, it'd be
horrible.
Whose piss is going in me, man?
Yeah.
This feels like rape.
Kyle, how'd you say you was getting past it?
Oh, I used to just do flushes. I would do niacin, and then I would take this shit called Gold Seal, and then I'd drink an entire
Golden
gallon-
Seal. I remember
And
that
then
shit.
you
Yeah.
drink a bunch.
drink
of
all that
gallon
water,
of
yeah.
water, and I would piss clear. And she would be like, "I know you're diluting your piss. Like I can tell that you're drinking too much water, but the line was too faint. Like remember, if there was any bit of a line, it meant you were clean.
Yeah.
But if there was no line, you were dirty.
Yeah.
So all I need was a little line to show up, and it was always a faint little line. But she'd be like, "You passed. I know
Yep.
you're smoking. You gotta stop." I was in 9th grade and shit. I didn't give a fuck. Yeah, I got expelled my freshman year for.
I had a
possession.
buddy. This dumb fuck was drinking Sure Gel.
What's that?
It's the shit that they use. It comes in a Jello pudding box, pretty much, and it's supposedly like a preserver. It's like some shit you can jelly shit or pickle shit with it. I guess you know what I'm saying. Like
Right.
it was weird, bro. And he read that if you. Or he says he read. He just fucking heard from some dumbass that if you pour that shit in a gallon of water and drink it, it'll coat the insides. You'll coat your insides, and you'll only piss out clean piss or
He
something.
got,
new one. I
he
never
got
heard of
busted.
that.
Yeah,
He got busted.
I never heard
I
of
don't think that guy knows how the human body
he got
works.
busted.
He didn't even make it to probation.
Yeah.
They had to pull over on the side of the road, and he puked his brains out, bro. He fucking puked his brains out, and fucking he fucking called his probation. They called his probation officer, and like they rescheduled or something. But you know, we all stayed on the run from probation. I don't even think he ever went back. Like I used to do that. Most of my violations were for failure to appear, FTP.
How long did you
FTA.
spend on probation? Like total? How
10
many?
years.
10 years.
Jesus fuck.
Yeah, which is why I don't
10
like
years of probation,
the
bro.
judicial system or the government at all, bro.
Are
From
you- but you're
2000
finished
to
with it now,
2010.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Shit was bullshit. Horrible.
Jesus,
Wow, man.
All because of fucking weed, man. And then I would always go back because of weed because I'd, you know, it was a stressful life being young and on probation and having bitches want to fuck, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like,
You can't fuck on probation?
nah.
Well, why even be on probation?
You have
Give me the free
curfew and
food,
shit.
bitch.
No, you can't. I used to have I was on intensive probation for so long. I used to have a curfew and all kinds of
Yep.
crazy shit, bro. Fucking
You can't.
Could you have someone over?
it's
Did you
the
have
real
Kids,
deal.
If you could
Could you have her over?
call her in.
Yeah, but I
It's
mean,
frowned upon?
dude would be like, bitches don't want to get fucking.
That leg monitor, they can
Yeah.
tell it's fucking.
No, I didn't have a leg monitor, but bitches don't want to get asked by a probation officer to see their ID and shit. I mean, he was a fucking. They sent this little field agent. He was a fucking weirdo, dick sucker fucker. He had these big beady eyes and shit. Dude, I almost failed one night because of Listerine. We were eating spaghetti.
Yeah, that'll make you fail.
He locked. I didn't know.
Alcohol.
God.
I didn't know, and he
Yeah.
knocked on the door, and I was like, "Damn, that's the probation officer." So I ran in the bathroom and washed my mouth out, so I didn't have spaghetti breath. You know, that's all I was thinking. And he was like, "Blow into this," and I blew into his little shitty breathalyzer, and he was like, "You been drinking?" I was like, "I don't drink." He goes, "It says here you've been drinking." I was like, "Well, that thing's lying because I don't drink alcohol." And he was like, "Well, something's going on." I said, "Dude, we were eating spaghetti. I seen you were at the door. I went in there and washed my mouth out. And I came. He goes, 'What'd you use?' I said, 'Listerine.' He goes, 'Oh.' He's like, he knew just like you did. I didn't know. And he was like, 'We'll wait about 10 minutes.'
Yep.
And then, and then
dilutes.
I passed it.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
was,
actually,
he was
Bump-
like, 'Don't ever do that again.' I was like, 'Trust me, I
Yeah,
won't.'
don't take care of
Bums
your teeth.
will actually drink mouthwash to get drunk, dude. Because there's enough of
They get
alcohol
sick
in.
and drunk.
They'll throw up eventually.
Well,
But
yeah,
they
and,
don't keep
Keeps away the
buzz.
shakes.
On the fucking
Keeps away
on
the
commissary sheets and jail and prison, it's the non-alcoholic kind of mouthwash.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the stuff that
Definitely.
doesn't
You ain't
do
getting no
anything for you.
Robitussin DM either.
All that
Drink
shit.
that whole bottle.
Right.
You
I
gotta
never
go to
did.
the-
throw
I
up,
never,
you're
I never
good.
did that. Like
You should try it.
Robitussin's gross.
It is very gross.
But,
And
like-
it's hard to just drink that whole bottle. But
Yeah,
once
don't you have to like mix it with Sprite?
No,
But once
you
you
might
do-
want to. But once you do, after you throw up, or if you don't throw up, whatever, you're gonna be so weird. Like,
Dude, it is
it's
a weird
bubbly.
high.
Like when you're walking, you're on a
That's what
air,
Lil Wayne does,
air
right?
mattress.
Robo trips are
A lot of
crazy.
people. I remember
RoboCop.
that movie with Will Smith when he got fucking stung in the cheek and his
Yeah.
face was all fucking he's hipping that Robitussin. Yeah. And then he was all fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no,
That's-
I never.
At
I'm
first you
RoboCop.
get drunk, but then you start to trip. If you drink enough.
yeah, you
and-
know, I'm gonna have to try this out.
Dude, anytime.
You have to. I took
Yeah.
it when I was in the army, and I fucking got up for PT. I thought I was doing this. I thought I was making circles. I was like,
Oh,
my
I
God, they're
don't.
gonna
I've
see
been getting
me.
vertigo lately. I don't like that.
Anytime I get like
You're
a
not though.
sniffle.
You just think you're doing it.
Anytime I get a sniffle, a cough, anything during like season change, I go get a thing of NyQuil and I'll drink half that fucking bottle that night and smoke and fucking and I'll drink it till I
on.
pass out. And then
Yeah.
fucking you wake up in
Yeah.
like a puddle of sweat and shit. You got to
Yeah.
rip them sheets off, throw them in the floor, go back to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So like sleep on a towel or something because you're going to keep waking up in sweat.
Hell yeah.
Wash all that shit the next day and then you'll be good in like 2 days of sweat if you got the young sickness, you know, for that winter time.
The young sickness.
I don't even let it hit me. I sweat it out. I'm telling you, as soon as my nose gets stuffy in the winter, I get NyQuil. Bam.
You got to make a
kills
Tom Easter's health
everything.
manual.
You know what's weird though? I get allergies in the winter too, though, for
What?
some reason now. Yeah, I've
Really?
never had allergies my entire life. Then I moved to New York City, and I get allergies.
It's from
all
that
of a sudden.
bald spot right
Stop.
there. It's the wind hitting the bald spot and causing allergies. Bang, bang, bang.
If you get
It's
locally
funny, but
sourced honey,
your forehead looks like peninsulas and fjords of fucking Norway. So I don't know why you.
Yeah, that gap in your teeth looks
Who
like
you talking about a gap in the teeth?
Motherfucker, yours is
You have a
worse.
gap in every tooth.
Your gap looks like a fucking pole vaulter
your teeth
couldn't make it across
crisscross,
that bitch. You would need a fucking professional
People
rock
hand
climber.
you the disposable silverware when you show up.
You got tightrope people following you around like, let me walk the crevice in your teeth, please, sir. Let me tightrope across your teeth.
You floss with gravity, bro.
You floss with railroad ties.
You floss with gravity, son.
With gravity. I don't get it.
The shit just
This
falls
Cloudy
out.
and Rowdy roast battle was brought to you by Marty's Open Mic.
Hell yeah, that shit was fun. All right, we got to wrap it up.
All
We got to
right.
wrap it up. Tell them where they can find you, Justin Haze.
They can please don't find me. I have child support, and I'll be at the Angel of the Wind Casino up in Seattle, and then I have a show in Tacoma, and then I'm back in New York City for a show on the 25th.
Twitter,
So,
Instagram, Facebook, all that shit.
Twitter, Instagram is at J Haze Funny, and then Facebook's just Justin Haze, so
Yeah.
or comedian Justin Haze. So, all right,
Right on. I'm at Kyle Monaghan, like iPhone, but my name.
that sounded real mumbly.
Was it mumbling?
I sound like my uncle.
You didn't hear
On
it?
Twitter, I'm at Liam Hales. On Instagram, I'm at Liam Hales NH. NH stands for New Hampshire. And then if you go to liamhales.com, I have a comedy album, Please Forgive Me, you can buy. It's very cheap.
Bang, bang, bang.
At Jeremy Beam on Twitter, Beam Jeremy on Instagram. Guys, hit us up, Cloudy and Rowdy at gmail.com.
DB.
Boom, boom.
That
All
sounded
right.
real.
Y'all know where to find me, cocksuckers, at the LA Fitness, or if you want to get a tour, I'm on Hollywood Boulevard. And if you want to, you want to hear me slanging jokes, come to Marty's. If you want to see me slanging dick, come by the van. Hello. But Twitter at ATLian80, Instagram Mr. Easter, Facebook Thomas Easter. I love all you bad motherfuckers. Easter Army, stay strong out there. Bang, bang, bang.